What's up, everybody? This is Jason, Zombie Collector, and I have a quick TTM. That's right, TTM. About a week ago, I was going through a pile of my stuff. I thought there were actually maybe care packages I needed to get through that I had just kind of put to the side. And lo and behold, it was a bunch of TTMs I had done like almost 2 years ago. I never got around to sending out. And my TTM fuel website I go to, Star Tiger, I had discontinued my service from them about a year or a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just resubscribe, get these cards out to the people I'd written to, and maybe I'll do a couple extra for kicks and giggles. That's what I did. So on December 1st, I sent out like 6 TTMs, and I got my first one back on today, the 8th. So 7-day turnaround. And this is Al Spangler. Not to be confused with the Ghostbuster Spangler. Two different Spanglers. This came from Texas. And Mr. Al Spangler became a Major League Baseball player in 1959. He is 87 years young, ladies and gents. And he played until 1971 with the Chicago Cubs. As you can see here, this is his rookie card with the Milwaukee Braves. And so there you have it. Now, it's set online on Star Tiger, which used to be Star Archive for us oldies, or us back in the olden days. It said that he charged money. Now, I don't send money through the mail. It's just a personal preference of mine. I know that might make people a little bit upset or miffed or whatever, but I'm not a big fan of sending money through the mail to people, and I'm doing all the work. I'm doing a self-addressed stamped envelope. I'm doing the letters. I'm doing the envelopes. I'm doing the cards. I'm doing it all. And so if I don't get it back signed, that's on me. I understand. But I've been very successful. I don't obviously try to resell it. I don't try to make any money off of it. It's for my PC, my personal collection. And, you know, they have all the power. They can just ignore my letter, throw it in the garbage. They can send it back unsigned. It happens, you know. But I sent a heartfelt letter, and I hopefully get a response. And more times than not, I'm pretty successful. So I want to thank Mr. Spangler for signing this card. He also signed my index card, which I usually send this in the envelopes just because it gives a little bit of protection, so it doesn't get bent up so easily. If y'all remember my Larry Walker, I got through the mail years ago, but I just did a video about that. It got bent in half, essentially. And I know an index card's not going to do a whole lot. I get that. But it gives a little bit of protection. So maybe we'll keep the envelope straight. And if it does get bent a little bit, maybe this will take some of the brunt so this doesn't get bent right in half. So that it is what it is. Just to give a little bit of information, so he debuted on September 17th, 1959 with the Milwaukee Braves. He played until 1971, September 11th to be exact. In between all that, he actually played for the inaugural Houston Colt 45s, and he was the very first player to ever receive a RBI. He hit a triple to score an RBI, so he was the very first Houston Colt 45 to ever log a RBI for that team. And then, of course, a couple years later, they went to become the Houston Astros. While he was in Chicago, he played until 71, then he ended up becoming a coach with Leo DeRocher. So that's very cool. It was his coach, and then when he retired or stepped down, whatever you want to say, he became a bench coach or whatnot. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is right here, Al Spangler. Very, very cool. Shout out to Andy, nostalgic about baseball, and Joey. Don't call my wife junk. They're Atlanta Braves fans. So there you go. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I got 5 or 6 more in the mail. I think I'm doing a monthly subscription with Star Tiger. So I'll probably, keep doing it until I just get either don't have time for it or whatever. But I will tell you all this. I was thinking about this earlier today. Star Tiger is like $5 a month. You can do it for 1 month, write down as many, addresses as you can get for the stuff you might want to do. So it's $5 a month. Think about this. You have already a ton of TTM fuel. You have all these cards. We're all collectors, right? So if you think about this, you have money product with no money. You need to spend really extra. And this was a total of what, $1.10 to do. 55-cent stamp to send it, 55-cent stamp to receive it. That's it. Not including the envelope and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty readily available for the cheap. So I mean, if you like that, you're talking about a max extra is $5 a month plus however many cards you want to send out. This hobby can be exactly as cheap or as inexpensive as you want it to be. And with the way baseball cards and sports cards in general are exploding cost-wise, not able to find wax, boxes, blasters, hobby, whatever. And when you do find it, it's like paying through the nose. This may be an alternative to make your experience collecting cards and a hobby a different look for it. It's something you can still enjoy doing with the cards you already have, to kind of mix it up. It is amazing that sometimes the results you get, the responses. I've got tons of letters written back to me from baseball stars, from movie stars, musicians, everybody in between, poker people, everybody. It's just so cool at some of the responses you get, but you got to put forth a little of the effort. And I could do a video about that down the road. But maybe it is an alternative. Just think about it, a way to enjoy the hobby that you might not have done ever or in a long time, while everything's going crazy financially with this hobby. This might be a way to make it more fun. You can kind of create it the way you want to, spend the money you want or spend very little, and enjoy the hobby in a different capacity. Maybe a way that you can enjoy it where it doesn't get too price you out. So I mean, if you've been on YouTube any amount of time in the last 5 to 6 months, everybody's been talking about how expensive it's been getting, and that there's no end in sight. Maybe this is something we can do that's a little bit different. It could be fun. See everybody's results, see everybody's successes, share those successes, share those failures, and maybe something like that. So it's an idea. I'm not saying it's what everybody will do. Maybe only the cool kids will do it. But until next time, guys, Al Spangler, Esquire. Thank you.